Hello and welcome everybody to the one marathon to run them all. Yes, this is a Lord of the Rings speedrun marathon. I'm talking 7+ hours of Lord of the Rings goodness. I am super excited for this. We've been working on this for a while. A lot of really cool runs today in store for you all, so make sure you stay tuned throughout the day. We're starting off here with a Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring any percent no Framelock race. I'm very excited for this to lead off the marathon because literally not only are our speedrunners just playing the game as fast as possible, but the game itself is also just running as fast as possible, which is super cool and very funny to see. And if it is very fast paced for you and it's like hard to follow along, don't worry because Soundhorn's also going to do a 60 FPS run of this later in the marathon. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Aogrim so we can go ahead and get started on this.
Hi guys, I'm Aogrim. I'm the current world record holder for the any percent no Framelock category. Hopefully we'll be able to show off this great game to you today. It's going to be really fast. So yeah, if you struggle to follow along, don't worry, Sound will have you covered later. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Off you go, Sound.
Hello, I am Sound the Horn. I am the current world record holder for the 60 FPS category in this game. I completely don't have any idea what I'm going to say, so just sit back, relax, and we're gonna kick this off and do our best.
Woo! Very excited. All right, are you both ready? You both good to go?
Yep.
Ready.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to count you down. Do 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'll go and get started. Chat. I hope you're ready. I'm just so excited to see how fast this game is about to run right now. So let's go to it. 3, 2, 1. Go.
All right, so we're going to be getting started off here. Bag end. Our goal is to find the bag end deed, get the key, and we're going to be running straight through the Shire, ignoring everyone, and we're going to be selling it to Lobelia Sackville Baggins. She's not a very nice person, so we're not going to really speak to her. We're just going to skip the dialogue. We're also going to be saving a lot through this game because this game does have a tendency to crash sometimes.
Yeah, this is one of the first major crash spots.
All right, there you go. That was me speaking to Lobelia.
Oh. I was unfortunately trying to talk to her back so she wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah, that's one of the things about this game is, unfortunately, the NPCs, they won't speak to you unless you're standing right in front of them. They really don't like it. So we've gone back to Bag End, we've sold it to Lobelia, we've got the ring, and now it's nighttime. We're going to be getting out of here. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that straightforward. There are going to be Nazgul chasing us. Our goal is to try and avoid them. Otherwise, it's an instant end game, so we're going to throw some rocks to get them distracted and just run past them as quick as we can.
A wolf!
Leave this guy to his fate here.
Oh man, you're already in Bywater. Oh man. Oh my god, no. Oh no. I got grabbed.
I don't worry about it.
Oh man. No. This is not going well for me.
Don't worry, you got this, you got this. There's another Nazgul here, gonna throw a rock there. Gonna run past him. And that's pretty much gonna wrap up the Shire section for myself. We're here meeting Merry, Pippin, and Sam, Farmer Maggot's farm.
Content wording for spiders.
We're in the Old Forest. Yes. There are going to be spiders coming up, quite a lot of them for a couple of minutes, so if you're arachnophobic, please look away and I'll try and give you a bit of a warning as to when it's gone. Luckily, we'll be running past most of them so fast that it's not going to be an issue.
Since I am...
Yeah, a warning just in case.
Since I'm definitely behind, I'll tell you when it's done on my end.
Yeah, that would be probably best. In the Old Forest here, we're finding Merry, Pippin, and Sam because they've gone missing. Fairly easy, if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, it's an absolute labyrinth. And now we're going to be fighting Old Man Willow. Now, the good thing about this game, despite it being relatively well-known, I guess, to people when it came out, this game does actually follow the books and not the movies. So you'll be getting to see Tom Bombadil in a moment. There he is. And now we've got to collect 12 water lilies for Goldberry, which is Tom Bombadil's wife. So I'm going to count those out for myself because I always get lost with that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll also have noticed I just used the ring there briefly. That does make you invisible to all enemies. 9. I've gone the wrong way somewhere. That's okay. 10, and there'll be 2 more just up here. 11, 12. Now we've got to find Tom Bombadil, who should, if we've timed it right, be running up the river towards us. There he is. Alright. Now we're going to be heading to the Barrow Downs. We do run this game with the lowest view distance possible. It does make it quite atmospheric with fog and whatnot, but that's also just to make the game run even quicker. We're here in the Barrow Downs now. Again, all of our party have gone missing again, apart from Frodo, because apparently he's the only competent one at the moment. We're going to be entering a fight with a Barrow White. This is a bit of a nightmare fight because animations in this game are tied to the FPS. So that's not just ours, that's all the enemies as well.
I am clear for spiders.
Okay, yep, there you go. That's your spider warning gone. So no more spiders, I don't think, for the rest of the run.
No. That's it. Just a lot of good boys.
Welcome to Bree. I'm meeting up with someone now. Mr. Strider himself.
Did sound cut out for me?
What are you?
And my favourite part of Bree is the enemies attacking me while I'm in a cutscene. Yep, no problem.
Once capture froze, we're gonna get that checked really quickly. I like that it's frozen mid-stride like this. It's perfect.
He's going so fast you can't see it, actually.
Yeah.
Do we have the timer paused, or...? Okay.
Timer is paused. The game was simply too quick. The hobbits were too fast.
That's the nature of this game, unfortunately. So, I guess while we've got a bit of downtime, if you guys are interested in checking out this game, myself and Sound obviously are pretty much the main runners for the game at the moment. Obviously, you can go on speedrun.com and find out all of the runs that we do. We do have a large Lord of the Rings community if you're interested in any of the runs you see later. So I definitely recommend checking the community out as a whole. So much to see, so many great runs, so many tricks and everything like that you want to see across a wide variety of games. So if you are interested, please feel free to check that out.
For sure, yeah. Quick little trick for everyone in chat. If you just hover over Eogrim and Sound's names in the title, you can immediately follow them by just clicking a little heart that pops up, and then you don't even have to leave the channel. You can just follow them really quickly, show some support. And also, so this is why we have kind of a high estimate for this category. What is world record right now for this?
22 minutes and 43 seconds.
Yeah, and our estimate we set to 45. It's because it is very likely to crash with the game just running as fast as it does. So we're just gonna set it up.
It can be quite a difficult thing to deal with. Fortunately, over the years, we've found ways of making it run a little bit better. We obviously haven't resolved all the issues, but we try to make it as stable as possible for ourselves, and we encourage people to, come along and help us, figure out how to make this game as stable as possible, help us find new tricks.
So what all things do you do to like maximize frame rate for this game?
One of the things I mentioned before the stream had started, we do actually, and I guess I can show you guys, we do run the game in the lowest resolution possible, which is 640 by 480. Very tiny window, and we do run with the reduced detail, so that's essentially just running on the lowest graphics setting and with view distance minimized. That in itself will make the FPS quite high.
Okay.
So that makes the FPS quite high. I tend to run in some areas an FPS, in the thousands. So it gets really wild. And like I said, because the animations are tied into FPS, it really can get wild, and you have to be really quick to react the higher the FPS. So
Right. Oh yeah, I can go over the schedule really quickly today for those who are curious what we've got coming up while sound restarts here. So yeah, we're in the middle of this 90% no Framelock race right now. Right after, we have a run of The Hobbit, which is another very short one. This is a PC, no major glitches. Very excited for that. After that, we're doing going forward quite a bit in time to Middle-earth: Shadow of War, Desolation of Mordor 90%. And then after that, we got Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. That'll be a three-way race, super exciting, of Aragorn, easy. After that, we got Lego Lotor. That stands for Lord of the Rings, for those who don't know. It's kind of a secret acronym. And then we got the 60 FPS Fellowship of the Ring run by Sound. That'll be 5:20 Eastern. And then we're ending the marathon off with Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, 90%. And it looks like Sound is ready to go. Are we good on the tech side to get started again?
Is that me? I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll count you both back in. Both good to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so back to it. Yeah, apologies for the delay there, guys, but gives you all a chance to let your brains catch up. I am actually going to use a heal item there because unfortunately the enemies in this area are not very nice.
Already.
So in Bree here, just finding the items we need to create fake Hobbit decoys, and we're out of that. Now we're going to Weathertop. Going to go find signs of Gandalf. So if you've read the books, you should actually be able to follow along somewhat easily, but if not, don't worry, I'll try and explain it as best as I can. Obviously our goal here is just to get to the top of Weathertop and avoid all the enemies on the way. And you're going to get to see our first little bit of combat coming up soon, with proper enemies outside of obviously boss fights that you would have already seen. And here I am at the top of Weathertop. I'm about to fight a big troll, so here we go. Watch this, guys. So what I'm doing there essentially is holding down the shooting button, which is right click, and then spamming the block button, which is essentially our way of animation cancelling. Now I've got to, unfortunately, protect Frodo from the Nazgul. On the ring wraiths here. They're going to be trying to kill him. I've got to fight back with a torch. Okay, and he's still attacking, but that's that. We're now into the Troll Shores. We're on our way to Rivendell. This is a really simple level. We're literally just going to be killing everything in our way here. I'm just going to collect some safety heal items here. Do we have any questions from the chat at all?
Yeah, if chat has any questions during this run or any of the future runs, definitely feel free to ask them, and I can always pass them along, or the runners themselves can also just read chat. More than happy to do so. I will say it is very funny just watching your character just swing the sword in like this really like stale animation repeatedly, really fast, and just the wolves like flopping and falling to the ground. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I said, this whole run is just wild. One of the things we probably haven't mentioned that we should mention is the main movement tech. Obviously, as you can see, we go as fast as we can. All we're doing is holding forwards, but we're also moving side to side a little bit as well, moving left or right. It does have a name, and it's unfortunately not a very good name in my opinion. It was named Skitterdashing. Yeah. Like I said, essentially all it is we're going to be moving forward at all times and then either spamming our left or right movements somewhat in a timed manner. And that'll let us just kind of skip ahead at points.
I'm just now getting to Weathertop. Can you tell why I stopped running this category?
That's Troll Shorts completed.
Oh my god. I launched myself off the ledge.
Oh no. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, question for both of you. Have you ran 60 FPS at all, Aogram?
I've not done any official runs, but I have done some practice. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, like, obviously the runs probably play pretty differently, but like strategically, mechanically, like how much differences are there?
I think Sound would probably be best to answer this, being as he's the record holder for that category.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely controls much more how you'd expect it. The developers wanted it to. Yeah, there's a lot less timing intensive stuff. It's much more, evenly paced rather than, what you see now, which is just button mash central, honestly.
Right.
We still do
I
skitter
guess, yeah,
dashing.
but
That still works.
Okay. So mechanically very similar, just like more kind of finesse required in terms of like
Yeah, but this
timing and whatnot for some things.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Who are you playing as now, Aogram?
So I'm now Gandalf. We're going through Moria. This is a really big labyrinth of tight corridors and turns. Even still to this day, it confuses me. Yeah, this is a really crazy area, and there's going to be a lot of me getting hit by enemies and trying to avoid them. So this is probably this is probably the longest part of the run, but I do think it's quite a fun part to see. It really highlights a lot of what we're trying to do in tight spaces.
So someone's asking in chat, what kind of motivated you both to start running this game? Out of all the Lord of the Ring games you could have ran?
In all honesty, for myself, I loved this game as a kid, and as someone who enjoys watching speedruns, I'd always wanted to try and speedrun a game. This game has virtually no runners. The record was held in this category by someone called Duriel for a long time, for a good 4 years or so before anyone else even touched it, which obviously was myself at that point. And it was quite an easy one to get into. The movement tech is really simple. It's just the stability of the game and kind of getting used to running things at such a high frame rate and whatnot. Those are the hard parts of it, but otherwise it's an easy game, and that's really what motivated me to try. Was I needed something quite easy for my first speed game.
So this is your first speedrun, like ever? This
Yeah.
category specifically?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm not.
Although in my first runs, I was barely running over 60 FPS, so really, it wasn't such a big deal anyway. But
Is this like a computer thing, or?
a bit of everything. Computer, me not really running it at like low settings, running it in like the resolutions I wanted and things like that. So,
What about you, Sound? What motivated you to run this game?
I watched the highlight video of Jerema985 playing this game, and which, by the way,
yeah.
happy birthday, Jerema! Yesterday it was his birthday yesterday.
Also, happy birthday to Frodo and Bilbo, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Was their birthday yesterday as well?
Does this make Jerma a hobbit? Is that what I'm getting?
That's
I mean,
the
he's
joke.
probably about the same height as them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you were being genuine. My bad.
But yeah, one thing
I don't know
that-
all the Jerma lore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone does, in fairness.
Yeah. One thing that stuck out to me was something that he said was like, who is it possible to just get a world record on a game that no one cares about? Like, could you get the world record on The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring? And I took that personally, so here we are.
It's awesome.
So we're actually getting quite close to the end of Moria here. I'm in the 21st hall at the moment, just pushing these blocks so I can open a door while the Fellowship fights off some trolls that I don't have to fight, which is fantastic. I may have pushed that a bit too far, we'll see. Nope, we're good. And I'm going to be saving here because there's an unskippable 30-second cutscene and it has a tendency to crash, so I'm going to save just before it.
Is a record of Balin's time. I fear the tidings are grim indeed.
Someone in the chat asking is like, how hardware dependent is this category? Like, do you need like a top of the line PC to like maximize your frame rate? Is it even without Framelock? Is there still an upper limit at some point, or what?
I mean, it can help, definitely. I've noticed going from PC to PC that it works better, but the game still has its own limits, and I think that, you'd be hard-pressed to try and improve on some of the frame rates that you get in some of these areas.
What frame rate are you actually both running at, do you know? Like,
At the moment, I don't know because I haven't got it open, but I would say probably close on 1600 in this area.
oh my god.
Yeah, and it definitely depends from area to area because of what's the amount of geometry in a level, there's a lot of factors, so it can vary from area to area. You can get like maybe 700 all the way up to 1500, and then the main menu can get up to like 15,000. At least that's what I've seen.
Yes,
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh.
Which is why
they,
menuing is so hard.
They're gonna need to add some more benchmark. Whenever a new GPU maker makes a new GPU, they need to add, like, when they have the table of all their benchmarks of like, we can get this many FPS in Cyberpunk. They need to add Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring to that, so we can know.
Yeah. I mean, I'd take an NVIDIA sponsorship. Would you? Speedrun Fellowship of the Ring.
They'll give you a 4090 to run this game.
So one of the things I'm doing here, and I do want to quickly give a quick shout out to it, there's a bridge here that we need to cross, and usually you go up this ladder, you go all the way around, you go down the other end of the bridge to open the bridge for Gimli. Thanks to Rossenberg for this strategy. We're not going to do that, we're just going to jump straight over. Now, Sound is going to have his own little skip, hopefully work out quite well for that.
Oh,
Um,
no. Oh, no. No!
Oops, and I just died to the Balrog.
Oh,
Yeah, the Balrog
master
can one-hit
striking
you.
for both of you.
Yeah,
I don't know where I am. Help.
okay. Yeah, this is not...
Okay. I know where I am.
I just had my timings wrong.
And my game crashed. Oh, it actually crashed the desktop. Wow.
Okay, I just...
Should we pause again then?
We need to pause, sorry?
Sorry, yeah, because sound crash.
Oh,
No, it's...
that's it.
Oh, we're fine. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. I was like, that was a really bad
because
place for me to pause.
Right. So it's just instant, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we were talking about this before the race started, where when it crashes like that, you can just get right back in. It only loses a few seconds. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, well, this is the worst I've ever done a Balrog fight.
Can I catch up? Maybe.
Oh, you are both Gandalf right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask too, like, because you mentioned the trick earlier, like what kind of developments have happened in this category in the last however long y'all have been running this game?
Honestly, not many. I suppose the biggest things have been in Moria by Sound and Rosenberg.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of red herrings, honestly, out of bounds spots
Really?
that just like don't go anywhere. Some strategies that just you'd think would work, but they don't. Like using the ring during the Barrow White fight, he just goes through the ground. He just goes right through the ground. That was fantastic.
So I am almost at the end of the game. There's one level left, essentially, after this. It's split into 2 parts. Balrog fight aside, it's not been a terrible run.
Is that like the worst fight in the run?
No. Well, not for me, but that's the worst it's ever gone for me. I just wasn't getting my timing right and wasn't really paying much attention to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm trying to push Barrow White out of my mind, so Balrog.
And that's that level done.
Continue on.
And yeah, how long have you both been running this?
I'm approaching 3 years now.
Oh wow.
I've been going for like maybe like a year, 2 years. I don't remember.
Cool. So I'm just waiting for a troll to knock these rocks out of my way. When that happens, I'm not sure what the trigger is for that, but
I think it's when the wargs die.
can hope.
When the wargs in those areas die.
I don't know, because I mean they're dead, and I killed them in a run before and still had to wait. But yeah, there we go.
Check again.
We're almost there now. Take that
As you
safety.
said.
Oh, I missed the Lembus. Never mind. No safety heals for me.
Oh my gosh. I'm just getting all the crashes.
As you said, 30-second cutscene. I had to watch it again because it crashed.
No.
Oh yeah, that is really probably the worst part of the run is if you crash there.
Well, at least it's only 30 seconds because you're running at extremely high
God.
frame rate.
That was a troll right there as I switched where I go on. Oh, that's not fun.
I just had to heal as Frodo because normally there are a couple of spots where the game resets your health to full, but not for this area in Moria where I am. If the health that you come out of the Barrow White fight with is the health that you have for this point because it never resets.
Okay, we're going to be coming up on time here shortly. The first part of this fight is almost done, and then he's going to go up into the air. And yeah, I'm going to have to now increase my view distance. And yeah, we're going to be now trying to shoot a Nazgul out of the air. Got to hit him 3 times successfully.
This seems so hard.
Oh, I actually got him twice in that first time.
Wow.
Awesome. GG's.
All right.
That was the quickest I've ever got that Nazgul, so...
strategy for the bridge. If I jump onto this pillar.
Oh, I just narrowly missed it again. Oh, man. 22:52. It's like 10 seconds away from world recording.
Really? Oh my gosh. That is wild.
The Balrog fight ruined it for me.
Yeah.
If I'd have done that like a normal,
Wow, the rest of the
I
run
would
has been really good too with that Balrog. Kind of
yeah.
trolling you, yeah. Awesome time.
Yeah. Gonna pull up Sound's run now for myself, and I'll hopefully be able to provide a bit of commentary on that. What he's trying to do right now is a new trick that he's discovered recently, where you can jump onto the chain. Looks like it's not gone too well, so he's going to go into his backup, which is just jumping straight across the bridge, which is really finicky, but it is definitely possible and does save a lot of time if you can nail it.
Wild.
Oh, I got it.
We have a bit of delay to see it. I'll pop off when you see it.
It's really strange how it happens. He just kind of pops up onto the chain. You're going to see it yet?
Nope. Wrong spell.
Oh wow, yeah, no, you just
there you go.
pop up there. Wow.
Yeah, you just pop up on the chain, and you can just run straight across. It looks like it didn't go brilliantly, because sometimes you get stuck in the animation. He kind of just hops.
Right.
And it is a massive time save if you can get it. We're trying to find ways of making that more consistent.
That's sweet.
We're going to see Sam doing the Balrog fight now, which, as you see, he didn't have enough spirit, so what happens is Aragorn will give you potions to make sure that you have a way through this fight.
Crashed. I gotta do Balrog again.
Oh my gosh. Game, please. Just relax for a few more minutes.
Alright.
And this is why we are going to have you show off the 60 FPS category later, so you can see a stable run of this.
And hopefully I may be able to be there to commentate over that. It's unfortunately going to be a bit hit and miss for me, but we'll obviously see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, Sound obviously doesn't really do this run that much anymore, which is, it crashes aside why there might be a bit of struggle going on. Still one of the top runners for this game. Yes, there aren't many, but, it's still a testament. You also saw briefly there that he stunned the Balrog, and the Balrog hit him at the same time. Again, this is just pure animation speed. The Balrog attacked and got stunned in the same frame, essentially. It's nothing you can do about that. Unfortunately, it does happen. If the Balrog hits you with his sword, it's an insta-kill. The fire breath can be a bit of a nuisance. Yeah, it looks like there's been a bit of a struggle here as well. Exactly the same as myself.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
neither
of us.
A pretty brutal fight.
Honestly, I advise you to go and watch one of our actual runs of this game. It's never this bad. I think we both just felt the pressure in the exact same spot here.
Yeah.
Essentially what you're looking to do is you can swing 3 times before you kind of have a bit of a wind down period before you can attack again. So what we would usually do is attack 3 times, animation cancel, attack 3 times, and it goes quite smoothly. Then we can usually hit him about 6 times before we then have to stun him again. Sometimes you can do more, but it's a bit risky then because you have to move back to be able to stun him, otherwise he's going to hit you with that sword.
Gotcha. So is this yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, also take note of how big that Balrog is. It's barely taller than Gandalf. I'm sorry though, you had a question?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, is it? I'm assuming it's easier on 60 FPS because you just have more time to like react and do stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I imagine that's the case with like all the fights in this game.
Mostly, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, the higher your FPS, the faster you have to react. And
right.
I think, fortunately for myself, obviously I can't speak for anyone else, but I do tend to have pretty good reaction speed. So I've kind of really tuned into being able to react quickly in this game sometimes. Obviously, you're never going to be perfect. This game always will throw you a curveball. But
right.
Oh, he knocked me out of my kill move.
Yeah, he's just going through the Orc Dam level now, which is essentially the same as the Troll Shores. It's just clearing out every enemy in the zone. Can be a bit of a nightmare, though. I usually, either, if I can, I just run up to them, kick them over, and stab them for an insta-kill. Or if there's groups of them, sometimes you may be better off just shooting them at a distance. The archers are always, about 3 or 4 hits to kill. The other guys can take a little bit more. And then, of course, you've got the trolls as well. Sometimes you can use the trolls to hit the enemies because they do area attacks. So Sometimes they can actually benefit you, but obviously you've got to avoid their attacks yourself as well.
I'm having a moment.
There we go. Yeah, obviously we've got a bit of a delay, but just entering the... Ooh.
I'm having a moment.
Your computer is just not for it today.
No.
It honestly, I mean, my run had 0 crashes. I genuinely cannot tell you the last time that happened. It was very lucky that I didn't crash. If you watch any of my runs on YouTube, you will see that I crashed a couple of times a run. Wow. Unfortunately, this game can be very volatile. Regardless of that, though, it's still a very fun game to run, and I really would advise people to, look into our runs of this game, and if you're interested,
Yeah. See, it's when the wargs die.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
how.
but I've killed them before, and then I've still had to wait. So I wonder if it's just killing them too quickly.
One of them might have just been like stuck behind with the trolls. And I took care of
Possible,
it.
but there's 4 of them. Oh well.
Yeah, if someone did want to get started and learn this game, how should they go about doing this? Where should they go?
I have written up a bit of a startup guide for the PC version on the speedrun.com page, but as for running the actual game, it's mostly straightforward, kind of a linear game. You just have to remember some of the paths and know some of the movement tech and get good at controlling the game really fast.
Yeah, the way I learned, honestly, is I already had a knowledge of the game because I played it, as a kid and played casually. Then I actually watched Duriel's run of it, which I think was about a 40-minute, 34-second run or something, which was the record for years, and I just kind of watched how he did it. And then honestly, I threw myself in the deep end. I just kept running the game and, did it that way.
Right.
But obviously, you can watch our runs to kind of gather a bit of an idea of how the run will go and the pathing for all of that.
Would you recommend this category for a new player? Or did it start with like 60 FPS?
I'd probably personally say 60 FPS would be best, but whatever category you feel you'd find the most fun in. This one can be a lot of fun because of just how wild it is.
Yeah, there's not a lot of speedruns out there that let you just where this is like a thing to do, just run the game as fast as possible.
This is a good angle. I like this.
Yeah,
angle.
I mean it's funny because that's the the goal of a speedrun.
Right. Yeah.
In most cases, is complete the game as quick as possible. But I don't think there are many games that take it this literally.
Yeah.
It's quite fun. But yeah, I mean, if people wish to, they can reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to try and help them get into things a bit. We're looking like we're probably going to be coming up on time here soon for Sarah.
Yeah.
He's
just time.
Entered the. There you go.
Okay.
To say we've got we've got the delay, so it was a good call there.
Yeah, there must have been some good arrow shots. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
think we both
don't even
nailed
know
it.
how that happened. Usually,
Well,
it takes a second pass over for me to get him.
Oh,
but
wow,
I
yeah,
got
there
him
you
pretty
go.
early.
Yeah, we both did it the same. We both got the 3 arrows in that first flyover, which I don't think anyone's ever done that before, and now we've both just done it back to back. So that's really impressive. The path is always the same, but
Yeah.
try
And I-
hitting him. It's not as easy as it looks.
And I got some practice in earlier, and I had a couple of good runs, but nothing like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, GG's to both of you for that race. That was a very good showing of the game in all aspects of the run, including the amount of times it can crash. Again, Sound's going to be back in a few hours doing the 60 FPS category. So if you had trouble following along with that, don't worry. You'll be able to see it again soon. Again, this is also just a day-long Lord of the Rings marathon, so we have more coming up soon. Right after this, we have a run of The Hobbit, which is... I know we just had a Hobbit shown in this game, but this is a different game. Pretty interesting. Very, very short run, too, so you'll want to make sure you don't miss it. Before we send you both off, though, any shout-outs, anything you would like to say before we move on?
I suppose just for myself, a shout out to the whole Lord of the Rings speedrunning community. Sound obviously for racing me here in a category that he's not done a lot of. Again, Rossenberg specifically for the skip that I used in Moria, and just all my friends as well that have watched me practice and supported me. Thank you.
Yeah. As for me, honestly, The very same. I'm very proud to be in the community. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time, and
Awesome.
Honestly, we could definitely use more runners for this game. It's a lot of fun, and if you want to go into the Xbox version, good luck. We don't know anything about it. It's completely different than this version and the PS2.
Yeah, PC and PS2, same game. Xbox, different game entirely. If anyone wants to run it, feel free. We'd love to see it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Thank you both so much. Before we go to our break here, just to start setting up for that next run, just want to add a quick announcement that GQX will be live from TwitchCon October 20th through the 22nd. Then will take place on the GamesDoneQuick stage over there, as well as stream live on the Twitch channel. You can use exclamation point GDQX in Twitch chat to find out more info and check out the schedule. That's all posted now. And if you're at the event, be sure to stop by. And we're going to go to a quick break, set up the next run. Again, The Hobbit, any percent coming up very soon. Is it any percent actually? Let me double check.
I think no major glitches.
PC, no major glitches. Yeah, so that's coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.